Hi guys, and welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, at Drayton Park Golf Club, and today I'm in my swing studio and I want to do a video on how to hit that high draw with your driver. And I've got a really good tip that I'd encourage you to try on the driving range or the practice area first, and there's no reason why you couldn't take this onto the golf course. So I've marked up the ball slightly differently, and I've got a couple of balls, so I'll just come a little closer so you can see this on camera. So what I've done, just with the, you can do this in freehand, obviously got those clips that you can go over the golf ball and just use a Sharpie pen. So I've just done a cross on my ball, so I've got the target line and I've just got then another line at right angles to that to make my cross, and I'm going to line that up, and I'm really going to be focusing on trying to strike that inner quadrant. I'm going to talk you through why. So with a driver, we're trying to swing on an upward angle of attack for distance. Now there are some tall players, as I've talked about before, actually hitting level or maybe even on the way down. It's less important for them at their club head speed, and some of them are happy giving up that distance and trying to hit more of perhaps a fade shot to hit the fairway. For really all us amateurs, we're trying to hit the ball as long as we can, and the longer we hit it off the tee, the easier our second shot's going to be. So we really want an upward angle of attack to maximise our distance out of it. So with a drive, we're playing the ball up near our lead heel, and what's happening is the club is actually swinging like this white line on the mat here. It's actually coming from in to square to in again. So because we got the ball forwards in our stance, the club will actually start to be swinging more to the left, i.e. out to win. When we're wanting to hit that high draw, what we're actually trying to get the feeling of is that we're swinging more into out and up on the ball. So what I'm trying to do with this line on the ball is I'm trying to strike that inner quadrant of the ball here. So my focus isn't going to be the center of the ball, although I'm still going to start with the middle of the golf club there. My focus is trying to strike that inner quadrant as if I'm hitting up and right on the ball. We're going to go ahead and give it a go. So still aligning the ball out the center. I'm not going to change the club face angle at address, but my focus point is definitely on that inner quadrant of the ball. I'm trying to get that feeling that I'm swinging more up and to the right of the target, so it's a more in-to-out path. Now, I tend to get a swing path with an iron of about 3 degrees into out, whereas with a driver, I'm pretty zero. I don't tend to get it much either way. So for me to hit that high draw, I've really got to focus on a swing path that feels much more for me into out. Now again, there's a huge difference between feel and real. So the feeling for me is that I'm going this way. In reality, my club will never get over there because my body is rotating towards the target. So the club is actually swinging in to square to in again. I'm just getting that feeling of the club path going a little bit more out to the right of the target. So I'm going to use this quadrant on the ball. I'll talk you through one other way of doing the same sort of thing, but maybe a just different thought process for you. So, normal setup, we're going to focus on in the quadrant as if I'm hitting up and right on the ball. That was really close. That was just a straight push. It felt pretty solid. Definitely felt out of the middle, and the distance would show that. So carried 270, finished 290. Really good launch, really good spin. Launched at 15.5 degrees, spin rate at just over 2,500. So I'm really happy with everything apart from the fact I didn't get that draw. Let's try one more. So again, focusing on that inner quadrant, I'll try and get the path going a little bit more into out, because that last one was, I'll just bring up the data, 2 seconds, guys. That last one, it was 1.4 into out. I just had that club face 2.4 open. So I either need to get the swing path more to the right or the club face a little bit straighter. I'm going to try and get that swing path a little bit more to the right, which isn't easy for me, but I'm going to give it a real good effort at trying to get that path more into out, more to the right. I was going to say I'm not sure I managed it, but it did have that draw path. I don't think it was more into out. I just think the club face may have been a little straighter. Great ball flight again, really happy with the carry, 270, finished at 290, finished 3 yards off target. It started right, it did draw left, it was a very minimal ball flight, but you can see on the screen it was a draw. I got the swing path 0.5 into out, so I need to work a little bit harder on it. The good thing with that, and hopefully you can see it here because I won't get many of these, the club face, 0.0. So the club face was bang on target, so the swing path was going half a degree to the right with the club face basically dead straight. Really happy with that. I've just got to keep working a little bit harder on trying to get that path more to the right. So the other way of doing a similar thing there, guys, is picking an intermediate target to aim over, like a divot, daisy, leaf, twig. So I've got the white line on the screen. I'm just going to put also a taut stick down that's pointing down my target line. So I'd imagine that my intermediate target is on this line, okay, that there's a divot or a daisy or something on there. And what I'm going to try and get the feeling of is that I'm swinging more to the right of it. So I tell a lot of my pupils to try and swing more to 10 past on the clock face. If you prefer the hour time, you could be thinking that you're swinging more to 1 p.m. If you're very much out to it, you maybe got to exaggerate it and feel like you're swinging to more 20 past or quarter past or 2 o'clock. So we're really trying to get that feeling that the club path is going more to the right. It's a very similar thing to focusing on that inner quadrant. I'm going to get one more, and I'm just trying to get that feeling that I'm actually swinging to 10 past, more to that blue T-peg on the ground. Had the club face more open on that one, so came through at impact. It felt solid. It felt a good strike, and the distance would show that, but the club face was more open. The swing path didn't feel too bad. In fact, it was my best yet, 1.7 in to out. So definitely got the path going that way, just had the club face that little bit more open. So you may experience some pushes to start with, but that's the first step to start to hit that high draw shape. Try the line on the ball. If you don't like that, maybe try that, pick an intermediate target, swinging to 1 p.m. of it. It's a great way to get that feeling that you're swinging up and right on your driver, and it will definitely maximize your distance. I hope that video has helped. If it has, make sure you give us a thumbs up, do subscribe to the channel, check us out on all our other social media platforms. All the info that you need, guys, is coming along the bottom of the screen now, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.